Live with Heather Vickery. My name is Heather Vickery. I'm a transformation coach, and I am here to help conscious leaders just like you learn to lead from a place of embodied joy, to know yourself, like yourself, trust yourself, and be able to prioritize yourself because it makes you a better leader, a more engaged leader, a more thoughtful leader. And then you can actually create the impact on the world that you most want to create. My little camera just died. So we're going to take it off because that flashing's not working for any of us. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so happy to be here. So I'm on a brand new platform. Well, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm just native here on TikTok. But if you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn, this is a brand new platform. I am now on Riverside. We used to use StreamYard. So if we have any glitches, if anything looks different, this is the reason why. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and love to hear your feedback. But quite frankly, it was just a monetary issue. I think what they're charging for StreamYard is outrageous, and it did not feel like it was worth that financial investment for the amount of time that I go live, and I wasn't using it for podcasting. So we switched to Riverside. We're going to see how this goes, but you can all still engage, can live stream on the platforms, and we can chat. So if you are here, please say hello, drop in the comments where you're watching from. Today's topic is a really beautiful one because, it's not about creating balance. It's not about figuring out all the right things in all the right ways. It's about finding your alignment. It's about leading in a way that feels connected to you. It's about leading with confidence without burning out. And how do we do that, right? What does that actually look like for each of us? Hey, Chris, how are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. So many people that I know, that I meet, and I'm curious if you can identify with this, think that they have to be one certain way to be a good leader or to be a great leader. They have to follow all of these very specific steps, go down this very specific path that somebody else created. And it never quite feels right, does it? It feels like somehow you're not connecting in a way that feels good to you, or something's missing. There are some key components that are missing, or something's just not right. And you don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel good. That's you leading against your grain. And I am here to tell you that business as usual is not business as usual anymore. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background is. All that bullshit that they used to say had to be done, none of it's true. So you can create your own set of rules. You can create and set boundaries. You can show up in any way that feels aligned and authentic to you, and it will have a much stronger impact on the people around you. I have a great example. So I was hesitant to get on the LinkedIn bandwagon. Um, I had a LinkedIn account. I just didn't really use it very much. And in January, I decided to leave all of the Meta platforms. Now, most of you who have been hanging around, you know that about me already, but it just did not feel aligned for me at all anymore. I knew I needed to leave the Meta platforms. And I was like, okay, well, so where does that leave me? So TikTok, YouTube, okay, Blue Sky, and LinkedIn. So the reason I hadn't ever liked LinkedIn is because I thought that you had to be a certain way, you had to be a certain type of business for any traction on LinkedIn. And that wasn't me. And a friend of mine, so shout out to Alexis, if you're watching this, she was like, I'm gonna go on LinkedIn and do whatever I want. And I'm gonna put my bold, sassy, brassy self out there, and we'll just see what happens. And I was like, yes, I don't know why I needed that permission. So here's your permission slip to fucking trust yourself and put yourself out there and do the thing. And so that is what I have been doing. And I'm slowly building community there. Now, I also don't like, just like the rest of you, those hard pitches. Yuck. I don't want to be cold sold to in my DMs on LinkedIn or Alignable or anywhere else. I don't like that. I want to build real connection with people. I want to have shared values and goals and support one another. And if my work can support you and you want to hire me, that's awesome. But if I can support you and help share your message or just be your fan or be your cheerleader, that's important to me. That's what being a conscious leader means to me. And leading with confidence without burning out has to come from this place of deep authenticity. But you can't do that if you don't know what it is, if you don't know what is authentic for you, what is aligned for you, what actually feels good for you. And this is where the human design work and the somatic work, they all come into play, learning what your intuition feels like in your body. What is your yes? What is your no? How to honor it, how to use it instead of just overthinking all the time, how to show up in a way that feels good to you. Here's a really cool fact. Several years ago, scientists put people in hyperbolic chambers and they measured energy of different emotions and different behaviors. And the energy that had the strongest force out and the strongest force back was authenticity. We always say people can smell bullshit. They really can. They can feel it. So if you are showing up authentically, the right people are going to be very invested. They're going to want to get part of it. They want to be around you. They want to know you. They want to expand with you. And the wrong people are going to be turned off by it. And that's the fucking point. You aren't for everyone. You're not supposed to be for everyone. We can't be for everyone. So be yourself, choose yourself bravely, show up as yourself bravely, and then let the right people come to you. And this has been like a lifelong journey for me. And it's something, these are not things that we work on and then we get there and it's perfect and we put the flag in the mountain and we're like, I'm here, I've done it. Like, this is constant work. It's always evolving. We're always shifting, we're always changing, we're always growing. We are different every day. The people around us are different every day. The world around us is different every day. What we need is different every day, right? You may need to shift your boundaries or your expectations, reorganize and renegotiate your commitments if you need to. This is all what it means to check in with yourself, connect with yourself, know yourself, practice the 3 R's from the Brave Method: reassessment, reframing, resilience. Do I like the way I feel when I do this? Do I like the results that I get when I do this? Is it worth the effort? Do I want this? Yes or no? So often we just blindly follow the path set in front of us. We don't question it. We don't engage with it. We don't engage with ourselves. And that is not going to get you where you want to go. It's the straight road to burnout. It's not about that. That's not about success. It doesn't give you success because success has to be self-defined. It has to be self-defined. Your success can't be mine. It can't be Chris's. It can't be Tara's. Your success has to be yours. You have to decide what will feel successful to you, what will elicit the responses and the results that you want. What does your success look like? What does your success feel like? What does your alignment look like? This is one of the reasons that I love human design so much. Human design is essentially a blueprint for aligned leadership. So, if you aren't familiar, human design is a modern scientific self discovery system based on several different ancient sciences and philosophies: the Chinese I Ching, Kabbalah, Buddhism, quantum physics, the chakra system, and astrology. I don't really know how it works, but I can tell you that it does work all the time. I do human design readings for folks. I work with clients and we relate to their human design. I help them get to know themselves deeply and completely. Oh, my puppy's coming to say hi. Nothing like a live show with the puppies coming by. Come here. Do you want to say hi? Come here. Come up. You want to say hi? Hi. Oh, you guys can't see him on TikTok, but he's here. Yesterday, I was on a session with a retainer client and we were working on her North Node. So the gate that's active in your North Node on your human design chart is your soul's purpose, the thing you're here to do. And we talked about it and it aligns perfectly with her business. And then it shows you the shadow side, the gift, the strength, and then they have the Siddhi, SIDDI. The Siddhi is sort of the goal, the ultimate thing you're working towards. And you get from the shadow. Oh, that's going to be fun. Sorry, guys. You get from the shadow to the Siddhi via the gift. Okay. And everybody's got a different one. And as we were talking about this, then some limiting decisions start showing up. Then some stories and some emotions and some feelings start showing up. And we get to do some really cool subconscious reprogramming to release the shit that she doesn't want anymore, that doesn't serve her anymore, that's not for her anymore. And that is such a beautiful thing to be aware of. And it's just this reminder of how powerful it is to be the magic. See, the thing is, I can coach, I can guide, I can lead, and I do, and I hope I can for you. I want to do that for everybody. I am your biggest fucking fan, I promise. But you are the one with the magic wand. And so it's not just enough to know you have the magic wand. It's not just enough to know how to use your magic wand. You have to be the magic. How can you be the magic in your own life? So, human design is a great roadmap for being aligned, for being aligned leader, an aligned parent, an aligned friend, an aligned community member. I love that. NLP is all about rewiring your mind for confidence, right? For the things that you do want and getting rid of the things that you don't want. What's cool about this is none of this is just woo woo nonsense. There's really cool science behind all of it. And so you have this opportunity to fully understand why traditional leadership has never worked for you and how to set it up in a way that is for you, that is designed for you, that speaks to you, that allows you to show up authentically, to let go of guilt, let go of the guilt of saying no, of not following everybody else's path, of doing things your own way, to make bold decisions without overthinking them. Doesn't that sound magical? To make bold decisions without overthinking them? Holy shit, I love that, right? You get to make bold decisions because your body says this is the thing, instead of your mind spinning you out of control all the time. When we do this, all of a sudden you're leading with more impact and less exhaustion. And who doesn't want that? Right? People will resonate. You will be leading by example. They're going to see you and they're going to model that behavior. They're going to show up in a different way. See, we can't change or control anyone but ourselves. But when we change and control ourselves, the people around us change. That's just the nature of energy. When you start showing up differently, prioritizing yourself, loving yourself, caring for yourself, when you start doing that, the people around you change. They respond to you differently. They react to you differently. They engage with you differently. We teach people how to treat us. It starts with you. You are the gift. So I'm curious, what is the number one thing holding you back right now from leading with total confidence? Can you name it? It's okay if you can't name it, but if you can name it, what is the number one thing holding you back from leading with complete confidence? There is something you can do about it if you choose to do something about it. You have that power and you have that right. If you ever want to play around with it, let me know. I can help you. There are a couple of really cool ways I do that. One is through the Spark Collective, which is my $18 a month community membership, where we share weekly intuitive journal prompts pulled from human design transits, energy that's alive for everybody right now. Plus accountability and support, and a whole content library filled with all sorts of juicy things that you can do for yourself to prioritize yourself and show up for yourself in 10 or 15 minutes a day, a couple times a week. So whether that's a guided EFT tapping, visualization, meditation, hypnosis, quick win mini course, so many cool things inside the Spark Collective content library. $18 a month, right? For less than the cost of 2 or 3 fancy coffee drinks a month, you can literally change your life. It's the compound effect. I host retreats all over the world. We have one coming up in January in Costa Rica. And I have to tell you, there has never been a place in my life where I have felt more connected to the universe than in this particular spot in Costa Rica, where it felt like there was a golden cord coming from the core of the earth through my body, connecting me with the cosmos. And I was literally vibrating with the energy of the universe. It was a whole new way to discover my voice, to discover my peace, to discover my bravery, to sit with myself. It was impossible to leave the space untransformed. If you're looking for an experience like that, perhaps it's time that you choose to reclaim your peace and to claim yourself and to take time for yourself. You can join me in Costa Rica for as little as less than $3,000 for 6 days, all inclusive at this incredible resort. There are so many options. You can do that. We can do one-on-one sessions. I work with retainer people. We have the Mind Shift Mastery Program, which is just 6 subconscious reprogramming sessions. What I love about working with retainer clients is we meet you wherever you are. We get together and we talk and we discover, and each session we find new ways to support you right where you are in that moment. And I really love doing that because I don't have all of the answers for you. I don't have a box built for you to step into to get X, Y, and Z results. There is no box. Anybody that's selling you start here and you're going to exit here and it's going to be just like this is full of shit, because you are a unique individual. And conscious leaders like you need to build it in a way that works for them. So that's what we do when we work together. I want to know how you are showing up for yourself. How are you choosing yourself bravely? What are you going to call yourself on? What is the bullshit that you're going to call yourself on? How are you going to get out of the box? How are you going to take off the blinders of how it's supposed to be and untether from a specific expected outcome and embrace all of the wonderful outcomes that could be possible for you and all of the unexpected ways that you can get there? You got to let go of the stories and the expectations and embrace possibility and hope, but mostly you have to embrace yourself. And that is what I love to help people do. Thank you so much for showing up here today. Chris, you are a superstar. I love you. Thank you so much. I am Heather Vickery, and I am your biggest fan. I promise you that I am. I want to see you all succeed. I want to see the world get healthier, get better, get stronger together. And I know that we cannot do that without prioritizing ourselves and prioritizing our joy and standing in our power. Joy is a revolution. It is in time to embrace yourself as a revolution. All right. So be good to yourselves. Say yes to yourselves. And if there's anything I can ever do to support you, all you have to do is reach out. And I would love to chat with you about it. I will be back next Thursday for a brand new episode of Live with Heather Vickery. And I really love next week's topic. It came from a book that I read last week called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Can't wait to talk about it. It's going to be a really fun one. In the meantime, let's hang out. Let's keep connected on all these different social media platforms. And tell me how you're choosing yourself today. Tell me what you would do if you weren't scared. What is something you're putting off because you don't know how? And let's figure out, let's solve some problems together. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Take care. I will talk to you soon. Bye.